Okay guys, to get started on this repair, we're going to have to remove the fender liner, or just get it away from the front bumper cover. There's actually a couple of Phillips screws here that you remove, and then some plastic rivets on the bottom side. 3 of them, right in that area there, that you need to remove. Once you do that, you can pull back the fender liner and to access the screws that hold the bumper cover to the fender. Before we do that, there's actually the turn signal light assembly connector we need to remove, and that allows the turn signal to flow freely. Also, if you need to replace one of your bulbs, this is the easy chance to do it. Like I said, now we got to access those 10mm bolts that hold the fender on. There's 3 of them. Power Tools makes quick work of this. We're going to finish taking that first one all the way out. And this allows you to get the bumper cover free. Of course, you got to do both sides. Lower the vehicle if you have it on a lift. So there's a couple Phillips screws along this edge that we're going to be removing. Some are 7mm screws, but in mine it was a Phillips screws. So the camera angle's bad here, but all I'm doing right now is actually removing those Phillips screws. This is what half holds the upper section of the bumper cover on. And once you do that, bumper cover can actually come free. So we're going to be lifting out the vehicle real quick here. Don't let it flex too much, don't want to crack any paint, and place it somewhere where it's not going to get scratched. And you can see our condenser is just completely clogged up. No room for airflow, and also there's actually some packing behind the radiator. So what I'm now is actually removing the plastic brace that kind of covers the radiator and the condenser. There'll be a better actually overview of where the screws go when I go to put it back together. But there's about 6 10mm bolts, and the brace comes right off very easily. Quick pop tabs allow you to get a little more access in between the radiator and condenser. And we can see down in there that it is just filthy. It's all clogged up in there. Enough to be our issue. So bad. So I'm using a spray wand to get all that debris out of there and free up all the airflow through the fins. I have a quick how-to video on how to actually make one of these very cheaply. Just need some drill bits, some tubing, and a little bit of rubber hose and a pistol grip air sprayer. And you can make a DIY radiator spray gun. It's actually the same one, DIY one I have a video for is the one I'm using right now. We're going to just spray out all the fins. Now this wand actually has 5 spray holes on it to give it a large fan spread pattern. And to see how good I'm doing, I'm just pouring a little bit of water on the condenser so I can see actually how much water is flowing through those fins. You don't want to bend any of the fins, but I just want to make sure they have airflow. That's why you can see the water flowing out now, purging out all that dirt that's in between them. And now it is nice and clean. Time to go back together. Make sure this piece goes back in. Make sure you put this little rubber strip back if you took it off. Make sure airflow is going through the condenser into the radiator instead of up out of the grill, just to make sure you have the right proper airflow through it. Here's that brace from earlier. Like I say, give you a better view of how to put it together. Couple 10mm bolts, 6 to be exact. 2 on each side on the upper core support, and then 1 down below in each corner to hold it on. Using my electric ratchet to tighten all these 10mm bolts up. You don't need to go hardcore with these either, just get them in there. Now we can put the front bumper cover back on. So you're going to slide this and make sure you get under the headlights. And press in under the headlights like I said. And then I'll support it while you get the mounting screws in so that it doesn't fall off on you. Gets it pretty secure. The 2 screws I'm actually putting in are actually screws I didn't have to take out. Didn't know that until I already did them. We're going to get it lined up with their body first. Just checking the body lines, making sure we're all kind of lined up. Now we're going to put our Phillips screw back in. Now, gonna make sure our bumper cover piece is back in. We're just gonna reconnect those 10mm bolts. And this is just a hard area to film in. Once you actually look at it, you will see it very easily. Make sure to reconnect your turn signals. Don't want to forget that. Reconnect your fender liner. Using those Phillips screws mentioned earlier. Make sure that's all in place. Reconnect those 2 screws in the fender liner and the 3 plastic rivets down below as well. And I took my wheels off, so I'm just putting them back on.